And how you guys doing? This is very important too in reference to ballet, aerobics, jazz dancing, or ballroom dancing. Somebody wants to know if I ever done any cha-cha dancing or anything like that. People want to know that. People want to know which female I am in reference to dance when they've seen me dance as a female or as a male dancer. You know, not provocative. I'm talking about like, dancing in like a ballroom. They're causing hiccups or ballet. Plus, somebody wants to know, they want to see like pictures of like one of my swimming pools that I used to swim in. I own my mother and father's mansions, and I own all the properties forever, no matter what. And no communist party has anything to say. Anything that they violate, they can get prosecuted for. If it's the Nazis or anybody that says, oh, the Nazis didn't build this country, they don't own this country, they don't have rights making decisions for land or properties in this country. Does everybody understand that shit? Make sure you understand that. And in reference to, back to the point of my mother and father's mansions, meaning like in reference to people trying to steal or people trying to rip me off or people trying to steal property or land or identification, or they tried to steal the identity of my parents too. So when these people are holding me hostage, they tried to steal the identity of my parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. These people tried to steal the identity of my whole family tree. So if you don't think this is something very big to be concerned about, it is one of the biggest concerns of this country. Look at identity theft on the internet. It's one of the biggest fucking crimes in America. And these people have tried to steal billions of dollars of my family wealth. So it is a big issue. Make sure everybody knows that. But, back to the point of my mother and father's mansions, somebody's wanting to know, what does my dance room look like? That I performed ballet growing up, and my mother and father, they practiced ballet with me. My parents was ballerinas and ballet dancers too, and dancers and, like ballroom dancing or jazz, cha-cha dancing, or my parents danced all kinds of different ways, And they're supposed to have video of me when I was little, when I used to dance, and whether it was jazz or ballet or tap dance, people need to know that, in reference to history, because people are stealing the revenues, and that's a problem. People need to get prosecuted for that, and I need the revenues. I have not received any emergency money or humanitarian monies yet. Still being held hostage in Indianapolis. It's attempted murder every day. I still have to pay the tax coming up, which is like $532 or something. And, I'm on unemployment, and I don't have very much. But anyways, just thought I'd let that known in reference to my mother and father's companies and properties, or the embassies, or the United Nations, or the Treasury, or Supreme Court, in reference to knowing that, I'm being held hostage, and I am tax-free for a lot of reasons, especially when the government tried to murder me when I was little, because they tried to steal everything back then, too. But, in reference to the situation of people wanting to see pictures of, maybe there might be available photography or photos of the ballet room where I danced at the houses of my mother and father, and, in reference to, the studios at the house where I used to practice ballet or tap or dance, and people want to see what swimming pools I swam in at my mother and father's mansions. Maybe there's some available photographs of those too. So hopefully somebody will provide that information on the internet or something, the internet, pictures,